Hello, this is Parth Patel, and welcome to the presentation. Today, we are going to talk about population growth. If we think about this topic, then there are a few questions that comes up in our mind, and it is, what will life look like in next couple of decades? Is population growth going to play a huge role in the future? Well, the answer of these questions is yes. This is because world's population is increasing remarkably day by day. Let me explain my concern by using an example. If you take an empty glass of water, which has volume of let's say 200 milliliters, and you are trying to pour 1 liter of water into the glass, how is that possible? The earth is like glass. It can't exceed its limit and provide space to plenty of people at once. Not only would population growth be bad in spacious and room aspects, but necessities as well. Our planet won't have all the resources to fulfill humans' need, especially if we use them recreationally. Recreational things like shopping malls and amusement parks are unnecessary. We need needs, but we keep getting unneeded wants. My point is that if our population keeps growing and we are not doing anything about it, then it will turn into a huge problem in upcoming future decades. Kind of like climate change. Climate change is a huge issue in the world, and we still have a chance to fix what's wrong, but nobody's doing anything about it, and we don't have that much of time left. If we don't think fast, then the population will grow and grow and grow. As like winter comes with the snow, population growth comes with the problems, and these problems are not easy to solve. For instance, traffic. It is the main cause of population growth. If we focus on the countries like China and India, that both have 1.4 billion people, both of these countries together possess nearly half of the world population. Isn't that crazy? Now, if we move on to the issues that these countries are facing, we would find traffic at the top. India is heavily crowded with traffic, heavily crowded, and traffic control is definite need over there. In the past, China had a one child policy where they couldn't have more than one child, and this prevented 400 million births. In these two countries, some parts are so crowded and they don't have enough parking facilities because of the space limitation. The point is that, an overpopulated countries has more cons rather than pros. Another main problem is availability of enough water and food. Water and food are main factors in life, like oxygen, that people need every single day to stay alive. We need to have these three things for any reason. Now think about it. If we don't have sufficient space for the people, then where do we find the space to produce vast amount of food for an enormous population? Population growth is like hair, it grows so rapidly. To stay away from this kind of situation, we need to find a way out. There are a few things that we can do. We can encourage people to not to have more than two kids. This is kind of weird, but weird problem needs some weird solutions. Also, the government of any related country should play a huge role to explain the concern to their people. The government can discuss this concern to its member who are well literate about this topic. They can even come out with some rules that people need to follow to decrease the population growth. This won't prevent population growth fully, but it will help the damage that has that it will help it will help the damage that has been already created and prevent the future damages as well. For the overpopulated countries, I think is the it's key to have one or two child policy to prevent many births. Preventing births will decrease the expected amount of population in next decade or two. All in all, I would say that population growth should be considered as a vital issue to work on because it brings up some scenarios like traffic, water, and food shortages. Many countries should start a limited children policy to prevent future damages. If we want our future to be bright and safe, we need to start working on that as soon as we can. We need to contribute as a part of our job to save the planet and the people so the future generations don't have to suffer. And that is it. Thank you for listening.